Hi friends, thanks for joining me. Tonight we're going to do an updated version of the mask video that I made a few weeks ago that was hand sewing. This one we're going to sew on the computer. This one we're going to sew on the sewing machine. I really shouldn't make videos at night. I'm so tired, I just can't even talk straight usually. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my husband and I, we kind of tweaked a bunch of different designs and sizes, and we finally came out with this one that is super simple, and it's the size of an 8x10 piece of paper, or 8x11, I don't know how big is a piece of paper, but it's big as a regular piece of copy paper, and you know, folded in and then sewn on. And then my friend Monica gave me a tip. Instead of, because I was spending a lot of time, I ran out of elastic, so I was spending a lot of time making bias tape, and oh my gosh, that was taking forever. So she gave me the tip to use t-shirt strips, and this is great. They stay on really good, they're really stretchy, they're really nice. So I only had 2 colors whenever I did this one, but you know, your goal would be to match, I guess. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to make it super easy. We're going to use a fat quarter. If you're not familiar with fat quarters, they're 18 by 21 inch pieces of fabric, usually cotton, found at almost any, I can't find them at Hobby Lobby for some reason, but, or maybe they are there, but well, I don't know. Maybe not in ours. I don't remember ever finding them there. But these are from Joann's, I believe. Yeah, made for Joann's stores. But these 2 I got at Walmart. This one is just a regular chevron. And then this one is a really pretty Wonder Woman print. So, I mean, we have to wear masks now. I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to in Oregon yet. But my husband was just in Oklahoma City, and they will get a fine if they don't. In my home county in California, you're looking at $1,000 fine if you're in public without one. So if we gotta wear them, because I'm guessing that that's probably coming for our state soon, we're gonna wear them. We're gonna be cute if we can. And now having fat quarters are really fun because they're generally very cheap. This one was probably 99 cents. This one might have been $2 or $3. This one from Joann's was probably $2.39-ish, but they always go on sale. So you can go in there and grab a bunch of them for 99 cents. And also if you have, if they're not on sale, you should get the mailer or have the app for Joann's, and you can get really awesome coupons and discounts. All right. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut. Oh, I also wanted to show you. I didn't have any t-shirts left that I could use. But I went through, I save everything, always just in case for some weird reason. And it paid off this time because I have these pajama pants of my son's, and they're going to be really nice and stretchy and make perfect straps. So grab something that's kind of t-shirt material. You can make the bias tape ones, but after doing the t-shirt ones, I'll never go back. Ever. Where is that piece of paper? Well, I had a piece of paper to show you guys. Okay. So it's kind of roughly, sometimes it's going to be a little bit bigger, sometimes it's going to be a little bit smaller depending on who cut your fat quarter and how good of a job they did. But okay, so that's here. Flip that over there. So you can see you get 2 of them on the top and 2 of them on the bottom. And the reason why I have 2 different colors is because I want the inside to be a different color so that whenever I grab it to put it on, I'll know which side is the inside if I have to take it off for eating or anything like that. Whenever I put it back on, I want it to be the inside color. So that was something that I saw that the nurses were asking for after the first round of fabric masks were being asked for. So I don't know why I'm lining that up. We're gonna do really just nice and easy cutting. We're not gonna make it hard at all. We are gonna try to cut past the selvage and cut that off though at some point. So don't line it up to the selvage if you have selvage. Line it up to the print. You can kind of hand press it. Oh, I wanted to tell you to go ahead and wash these first and then iron them out. I went ahead and did that ahead of time. That way you don't have any of the like printer ink from the screen printing coming into your body and fumes and stuff. I mean, I don't know how much that actually is even an issue, but you should always just wash your fabric first. All right, so if you didn't want to do 2 different colors, here you have enough to do 2 masks. So, I mean, I'll show you guys how to put it all together eventually, but let's just pretend like this is already sewn. So here you have one, and then you have your second one. And with this one, what we're gonna do to get it to look like this, can you still see that? Yep. We got to pull it down a little bit, and then on the second one we're going to pull it down again, but we want to make sure that this bump stays in front of this bump, not under this bump, because that makes it too thick for your sewing machine. My sewing machine started making noises the other night because I was just going, and I wasn't paying attention to how close that they were getting. So just try to make sure that your bump there is in front of that one. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to sew them all together, and sew your straps on. So this takes from start to finish after the cutting is done. The cutting sometimes is the longest part, especially if you're doing a bunch of them. But after the cutting is done and you get onto the sewing machine, it takes 15 minutes from start to finish to sew the mask piece, and then about 4 to 5 minutes to sew on the straps. And I did time that to see how long everything would take. So this you should be able to make a mask in under 30 minutes. And then once you get like a assembly line going and you're really into it, you'll be golden. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Oh, because I just came in from taking care of all the animals outside. And I'm excited about this. Okay, so let's just do that again. I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then I'll meet you guys over at the sewing machine, okay? Okay guys, we're over here at the machine. I am using the Brother SE425. It's a combination embroidery and sewing machine, but the stitches that we're going to use should be on any old sewing machine. So I'm just going to grab my first setup. I have them just put together. I'm not cutting these precise at all. We are just making them. We're going to cut as good as we want. But if you want to cut really precise, cut really precise. I'm not making fun of anybody who does. I'm just saying that for this tutorial, we are just going in. So I need to line up the selvages. Cut off those selvages. Probably should have done this before I got on camera with you guys. So, okay. So right where the selvage was is the first place that we're going to just go ahead. And even though you see it's all wonky, don't worry about that. I'll show you what we're going to do. Don't worry about it at all. Okay. So on my SE425, I'm going to choose this third stitch over here because it puts my needle right in the middle and allows me to guide right along that edge. I don't know measurements very well, You know, this is supposed to be a 1/4 inch, but that just feels like it's way too big. So I'm going to slow that down a little. Line it back up a little. Okay, go back just a little bit. Okay. And so this one and this one, they're pretty equal on the fraying. So we're going to go ahead and have it guide. Let's see, can I zoom you in without trouble? So instead of having it, so we'll go ahead and guide it at the 1/4 inch, but have it, my eye is going to be on the fabric being over here on this edge. So that way it's just a little bit fatter. Okay. And then this one looks like it's pretty, nope, that one overlaps a little bit. So let's go ahead and we'll take that off. We'll shimmy it a little bit and see how it overlaps a little. And then on this one, it also overlaps a little. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just sew it along. Okay, I'm going to move you guys. Please be careful. Please like look away if this kind of stuff bothers you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn it and just sew it down this way a little bit so that those two meet up with each other, because they weren't. Now I'm not even going to bother cutting this off unless it's really big and obvious, and that's really not. Okay, so we have this basically like a pouch. And also, just kind of FYI, if you're making Barbie quilts, it's the same process. Because you don't want to have, you don't want to put batting or anything in the middle of a Barbie quilt because it just makes it too stiff and it'll just kind of lay over the top of them. You just want 2 layers of cotton, and then then you can, once you sew the edges around and make it kind of look like binding on the sides, then you can, you know, quilt it in the middle and all that stuff if you want to. If not, it could just be a cute comforter. Oh, let me zoom out. You guys don't need that. Oh, that didn't seem to help that much. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and try to pull out your seam. So kind of, you can finger press it or you can press it yourself over at the press. You know, go press it or iron it. But you can just easily kind of shimmy it up to the top. Kind of use your hand. You probably can hear my dog in the background snoring really loud. She's so cute. Okay. All right. So from here, we're going to tuck this in. My hand sew ones had a little thing, a little spot on the bottom for a filter. But after making so many of those, I realized that not everybody's going to have a filter, and that was just kind of a lot of extra steps for me to put that little thing in there. So if somebody's special, you know, like not somebody special, if somebody especially needs one like that, then I'll do it. But this is my new preferred method. Okay, so now we're just going to sew this closed. It's basically just made a pillowcase or a little pillow. Okay, just want to get it started. Go ahead and finger press it, and it's okay to go slow on this one. Well, it's okay to go slow on all of it, but On this one where you're closing everything up, it's okay to go slow, so you can keep control of everything. When you get to the corner, just lift up your presser foot just a tiny bit, twist your material. Sometimes those corners can be hard, so it's okay to give it a little push. Okay. And there we go, guys. There's the first one. Probably should do it like this so that whenever I fold it, well, it's going to be interesting how this is going to come out. It's going to have to not matter realistically, because, you know, we can't worry about that too much. Okay, so let's push that back a little bit so you can see. I'm going to put this down. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna just take like 2 finger width, and then we're gonna take our like index finger, I think that's called, kind of push it up and over. So we want to make a little fold there all the way along. Okay, and this is funny because her boobs are gonna be right where my mouth is gonna be. Ah. Oh, I think this will be my husband's favorite mask. Oh my gosh. It's like like the back of a Mad magazine. Okay, so now we have it all accordioned. It's all nice and accordioned. And I'm going to flip this over, but not all the way to the end. This is going to help give me stability whenever I sew those 3 pieces together. Because it feels kind of wild when you're trying to keep all these pieces together. You can pin it and go slow. If you're a nervous sewer, you can. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And that may happen to you too. Oh, that's terrible. It's not too bad. So see the fold? It unfolded a little bit. But because these are for me and they're homemade, I am not tripping at all. Okay, we're going to fold that over. It was supposed to give us stability. All right, so I like to start at the top and run along that same line that was already there. There we go. That one went nice and easy. Do a little back stitch. Pull it off. So this is side the way it was supposed to be, and then that's the side that messed up. Maybe I will, where's my, I thought that I could live with myself, but I can't, and I don't know where my seam ripper is. She ran away from me because I overused her. She's like, leave me alone. Okay, let's try that again. The main thing is just to make sure that they're not piled on top of each other. Like this, not on top of this other one. Looks like I didn't get that very top one. Thanks for sitting with me through that. If you're new to my channel, I like to leave all my flubs and mistakes in the videos in case you make those same mistakes. I know as seamstresses, we can really beat up on ourselves for, you know, something as simple as this stitch went wonky. and you think that you have to have perfect stitches, but realistically you don't. Nobody pays that close attention unless they're another seamstress, and if they are paying attention and they see that you're wonky, they are not judging in a negative way. They understand. Okay. All right, so that's one of them. That takes 15 minutes, but on my camera it says 11 minutes. So looks like we're getting it down maybe. Okay, we want 4 straps. And these were from my son's old pants. I'm gonna bring this closer. Can you see still? Okay, cool. All right, so from here we're going to go to our zigzag stitch. And I think that my bobbin is probably going to run out before we get finished with all of these. So if that happens, I'll finish off camera so I can load the bobbin and everything like that. And then I'll be back with you guys at the end, if that happens. Okay, so on the top part where you have to tie it in an upwards angle, you want to put it at an angle on your mask. And then bring it through here. Oops, you guys are all trying, they're all trying to jump off. Okay, bring it through here. And then this will also give you something to kind of pull on it if it gets stuck, because this is very thick. Okay. Oh, did okay. And now we're going to go backwards, if you have this ability. If not, just flip it and then flip it again. So what we're going for here is just a lot of durability. Okay, so that's the first one done. Let's see if you can see that good. So it's just a satin stitch. I need to trim, and then on the inside it's just like this. And the t-shirt material is really soft. The binding bias tape was not soft, so I love everything about this tip that my friend gave me about the t-shirt material. Like, I don't know, wasted isn't the right word, but I spent a lot of time and a lot of back pain doing it the other way, and I'm just so thankful that I found another way. Okay. Now this part, whenever you're going backwards, kind of takes some time, kind of boring, but take that time to breathe. You know, take a good deep breath, because you're probably not breathing very much, especially if you're making these masks like en masse. You're probably just doing what you can to stay alive. And you're just sewing, sewing, sewing. Even though it's joyful, it still can be very distracting. You still need to take care of yourself. Okay, so on the bottom part where, oh, dang it. I'm so sorry about that. I did not know I was doing that the whole time. Okay, so when that's down, on the bottom part, because we have to go side to side, we're going to sew it on side to side instead of at an angle like the tops. Okay? I don't take my own advice. I did not take that time to breathe. All right. See, almost messed up. Forgot we were going side to side. Okay, deep breaths. Okay. Okay, we are officially done. Okay, so directional things are going to be kind of interesting. I didn't think that this would be that big of a deal. Well, I guess when it's on, she'll be like right there in the middle. So actually, it only looks funny when it's folded. It does look funny though. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this and model it and to go take a picture, but and you'll see that in a second. But here it is, super simple, super easy, and you get, if you do 2 fat quarters, so you can have an inside and an outside, you'll get 4 masks out of 2 fat quarters. And like I said, at Walmart, they're only like $1. They were wiped out when I went last time. There was only a few different designs at our local Walmart. But at Walmart and usually at Joann, they're pretty inexpensive as well. So, and if you don't have fat quarters, just cut it 18 by 21. That's the sizes, and then fold it in quarters. So the size of a you know, regular copy piece of paper 4 different times. Alrighty, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you are all being safe. I haven't been hearing much from anybody in the negative, so I'm really thankful for that. But I really hope you guys are being safe. All is well here. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.